Hey everyone, and welcome to the Tippity Top Podcast, the show where we discuss our top personal picks for various random topics. My name is Tyler, and this evening I am joined by Chipper Thurber.
Hey!
Kyle Steinley.
How's it going?
And the illustrious Brennan Matthews.
What's going on, guys?
All right.
Is that a real word?
Yeah, it's a real word. You uncultured swine.
Damn.
I'm sorry, damn.
Educate yourself. Go to school. So today we're talking about top 5 board games because I didn't want to use a real topic for this. So this is going to be interesting. I know none of us are taking this seriously. Brennan kind of, sort of is.
Not really.
Yeah, all right, so none of us are taking this seriously.
Perfect.
I threw a list together yesterday. So.
I think most of us did.
Badass, I love it.
I've been thinking long and hard about my list.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
More hard than long.
Ooh, that's how I like it. Anyway, so if you don't know how the Tippity Top Podcast works, basically, we're going to break down our top 5 picks for today's topic, which is board games. So we're going to start with our number 5, work our way up to our number 1. We're just going to go around the hypothetical room, and today we're going to start with Brennan. Hit us off with your number 5.
So much pressure. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, my number 5, I think, is a bit of a sleeper. I'm not really sure if anybody had anticipated this, but my number 5 is actually chess.
Chess.
Oh, shit.
Damn, the fucking Stone Age. I forgot that was even a game.
See, that's what I mean. It's like, it's a goodie. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Like, I'm a big fan of board games where, like, you got to take a step back, like, figure out what kind of situation you're in, and then, like, figure out how to get out of it. And, like, chess is a game that's as old as time, and it's what, like, people who possess, like, big brain power, like, watching them play chess is, like, so interesting to me. And then,
fucking nimble Asian kids just destroying people with, like, the timers and shit.
The mental gymnastics that goes on with such a simple game just intrigues the hell out of me. And that's actually why I enjoy playing it. But, yeah, my number 5 pick, it's, like I said, it's kind of unexpected. I didn't even think it would go with the flow, but my number 5 pick is definitely chess.
I can respect that, you know. I honestly forgot that was a game because it's so, like legit, like, old school.
Dude, chess fucking slaps,
hardcore.
dude.
That's like the most hardcore board game.
Chess is rad. That
Checkers is for bitches. Play chess or you're a fucking loser.
Damn straight, motherfuckers.
All right. Very quick run through your number 5.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of source material.
Oh, God. Really, Adobe. That was great. That picked up on the audio.
What was that?
I have 5 app updates for Adobe. Thanks for that.
Nice. Sweet.
Who's fucking the table right now?
No, that's it's upstairs above me.
I get you.
They're
I got
having
you.
an
Someone's
orgy.
having rough intercourse.
Maybe they're just playing chess, like hardcore chess.
Having rough
Yeah,
coitus.
they're really into it. They heard you talking about chess. King me!
That's checkers.
Oh, man. Oh.
Wow. All right. Kyle, or who's next? Chipper? I think I said Chipper.
I think it's me.
Yeah, Chipper. All right, hit us with your number 5, bud.
All right, so I hate board games, so I decided to make up my own board games.
What? You made up your own board game?
Yeah. They're based off of the real board games. This one, my top 5, my number 5 is non-exclusive checkers because I'm tired of these Chinese people excluding me from their checkers game.
Why'd you have to take it to a racial place? Jesus.
I'm not the ones being racist. I didn't call it Chinese checkers. I'm being inclusive to everybody.
You know who
non-exclusive.
called it Chinese Chessers?
Treasures? What?
Now I'm fucking disoriented. You know who called it Chinese checkers? Chipper? The Chinese.
Yeah,
sure.
and guess what?
They could call
I
it
don't.
whatever they
I'm
want.
not a
pretty
fan of
white
it.
name.
I'm not a fan. I want everybody to be included in my checkers game, so I put non-exclusive checkers. It's where it doesn't matter what race you are, you can play it.
I don't think that's what the name means, but I mean,
Have you ever played Chinese checkers?
I have, and I'm not Chinese.
I'm sure you were probably frowned upon from playing it because it wasn't
Oh my
non-exclusive.
I don't think I was. But
Either way, so how you play is it's a lot like Chinese checkers, but you know, if someone says Chinese checkers, you get to hit them in the face for being very exclusive, and it's not very, I'm just trying to bring a nicer vibe to the board game.
Can I ask, is this based on Chinese checkers or regular checkers?
Chinese.
Okay, so it's just Chinese checkers, but you took Chinese out.
Why'd you pick Chinese checkers?
Because I was tired of them excluding me from their game. You walk up to like Chinatown and
when have you ever been to Chinatown?
maybe 0 times, but like
Oh my
you think
god.
about it, you walk up and they're playing Chinese
You
checkers.
think
You're like,
about
can I
it.
join? And they're like, no. And then you leave. You're like, all right, I guess I can't
Is this
play.
like a scenario everyone goes through? You're just walking through Chinatown.
And all of a
Can I
sudden,
join your Chinese checkers game? No.
In my own imaginary experience, that's what happens.
Oh my god.
in your own imaginary world, like Chinese checkers are completely off limits to anybody not Chinese.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my grandpa stole his version from like Vietnam or something.
I think you made Chinese checkers
That's
more
like a-
racist than it actually is.
That's like
Yeah.
a knockoff if it's from Vietnam.
Well,
Wouldn't it be Vietnamese checkers at that point?
Boom.
not if they stole it from a Chinese man. Boom.
I don't even want to honor that with a response.
We're off to a great start today.
I thought mine went smooth.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yours went smooth, and then Chipper just fucking careened the
Right
car off the cliff.
That was glorious though. Non-denominational checkers.
Non-denominational checkers.
Might as well
Covered
religion
every
in it.
basis.
I was gonna go with
Wow.
non-binary.
What kind of checkers do you practice? Oh, I'm non-denominational.
The hateful kind.
Anyways, I'm just tired of being oppressed. So that's fine.
Imaginarily.
Wow. We need to start like some fucking protests.
This is glory. You need to march on Washington.
Oh my
This-
God.
Right.
This is a serious issue.
Checkers for everyone.
They'll have like Chinese Antifa like coming with like batons and shit, trying to like break it up.
Wow, this is what the protests in Hong Kong are actually about.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
They're trying to
We
keep-
want Americans in our checkers.
And the Hong Kong government's like, fuck no. We can't have that.
Our pieces will be round, and we will play on a star, and we will not let the Americans participate and take claim.
That's
to it.
another thing. Why are they playing on the Star of David?
Ooh,
I think it's just a star.
yeah, I don't think there's any sort of like
No.
Jewish
You
deal
look
with
at a Chinese checkers board.
Let me grab the one that I have right next to my
No.
desk.
Yes, we
Don't-
all
Yeah,
have
we
one.
pull out my
right
yarmulke
here.
too. I don't-
Don't prove me wrong, Kyle.
Stop with the updates, laptop. Fuck.
Edit.
My Asus web storage can provide me with 16 gigabytes of free storage.
Fuck,
I'm
dude.
so
get
glad
that
I was
done.
notified about that right now. Sorry.
All right.
Oh, we should probably.
I guess we should move on. Kyle,
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah.
you're going to follow that, but hit us
That
with
was
your
epic.
number 5.
I'm gonna follow it up very easily. You ready for it?
Uh-oh.
Family Guy Life. Okay, that's one of
That
the
exists?
best board games out there. Yes, yeah. You're like, well, first of all, you know the board game Life, like, you
Not
know,
familiar. Please explain to me.
Oh, I need to get paid.
Well, I'm not going to explain it. So, but Life is like a pretty common board game. You know, you get your basic game of Life, but then they decided to make themes of Life, and I would like to say that my number 5 is specifically Family Guy Life. And you want to know why? So the board has very nice art on it. You know, we've got lots of really good little touches of moments from Family Guy along it, like Stewie in a construction worker outfit. You know that famous episode that I can't name. And then you've got, you know, your classic plastic little pieces you connect onto the board to give you that real nice, oh man, this is a Family Guy episode. But the thing that I really love about Family Guy Life is that they have actual metal pieces like Classic Life.
That's sad.
Did Classic Life have metal pieces? I thought that was Monopoly.
That was Monopoly.
Here's Monopoly. I think in life you just get those weird little like
That I have a
They're
colored.
like plastic
Plastic.
cars.
Yeah, it was
and
plastic
shit.
cars, and you fucking just like pop kids out in it.
Yeah,
Well-
like you put people like in the car with you.
Yeah.
No, you have to get the car.
Oh yeah, you buy the car eventually. When
But you just get those weird
when
little
you
like
start getting laid.
circular pieces, or it's a weird piece.
No, you have the car the whole time.
Do you?
Do you?
Yeah, because like it's the people are just pegs. Like they don't stand up on their own. Like you
Oh.
got to shove one in the driver's seat.
It's sad that I like this game's on my list, but I do not remember that.
It has occurred to me that the reference picture I have for Original Life is just a picture of a Monopoly board.
Wow, you came into this
Well, that
list
worked.
fucking
Oh,
prepared.
man. Wow.
You
Wow.
said said Monopoly, and I looked up and I saw the Monopoly logo.
Wow.
Oh, that is epic. Oh my god.
All right, well, yeah, number
Peter.
5 is Family Guy.
Oh man.
Wow. Cool.
That Family Guy life. That's a fucking slapper. If I remember.
Now I know that exists. And the pieces are not metal.
Nope.
Are you sure you're not looking at Family Guy Monopoly? Should we like
Yes,
verify
you-
that you're actually
No,
looking
Can you,
at
like fact check this?
Yeah,
Is this like fake news?
I had Family Guy Life next to Family Guy Monopoly as my reference, and I was like, wait a minute. So I am looking at Family Guy Life, but also I'm looking at Family Guy Monopoly.
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right then.
This is a great
This is
fucking
awesome,
podcast
dude.
so far. All right.
Oh, I'm getting an ab workout. This is great.
All right. Well, I guess we're on me.
Uh-oh.
I'll get on you.
So I thought, instead of hitting you with like my actual attachment to games, because I have none,
Ooh.
I figured, I'm gonna write just some objective reviews of these games on my list. So that if someone here is listening to this and I'm gonna hit them with a game that they've never heard of, they'll know what to expect. All right. So here's my number 5. Here's my number 5. Connect 4. Tic-tac-toe, but flavor blasted with military-grade strategy and blinding, fast-paced action. Connect your pieces in a horizontal line, or connect them in a vertical line. Live on the edge and connect them in a diagonal line if you're really feeling extra powerful. Don't connect them at all and assert your superior military skill by using your pieces as human sacrifices to block your opponent from achieving Connect 4 completion.
Right?
Be ultimate assholes of strategy and leave the match with no victor. Block each other so well that you both go home with nothing but disappointment, regret, burning vengeance, and the frustration of being mutually blueballed for 20 minutes. Hitting the switch at the bottom and letting everyone's helpless pieces fall into the void after a hard-fought battle is the single most satisfying feeling in life. Connect 4, or don't. Live with your choices.
The knife.
Climb the.
It just hit me how much you prepared for this and how little I prepared for this.
Oh man.
I did take a little bit of time. I will admit.
The nihilistic enthusiasm is just off the fucking charts.
Oh, just
dude.
wait.
Like, oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be
Just
Climb the
Wait.
tactical stairway to heaven. Jeez.
Nihilist Arby's rates board games.
Yeah, so y'all familiar with Connect 4? Y'all ever
Oh, yeah.
played it? Yeah.
I'm actually
never
kind
heard
of
of
like sad I didn't include that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Best form of Connect 4 is like the big ass one at Dave & Buster's.
Oh, yeah.
You spend money to play that shit, and then you lose, and then none of you win tickets. And it lasts about 10 seconds, but it's flashy
fucking
and it's
amazing.
big.
It's
That
really
makes
Then
it
you're
better.
playing the game of life.
play the game of
Is that a
Life of Roy.
McDonald's?
That is not the McDonald's jingle.
Justin
but-
Timberlake, where are you?
Hit me with the auto tune on that.
Oh,
Wow. All right.
that was awesome.
That was my number 5. We can keep going. Stop! Stop with the improve my graphic model tab. How many more notifications gonna show up on this thing every time we finish one? My computer fucking goes off. Anyway, Brent, we're back to you. Hit us with
Holy
number
shit.
4.
Well, wow. My number 4, ironically, is Life.
Wow. Solid.
Yeah.
Tell me about this game.
Well, it's more of a nostalgia pick because I haven't played the game in a solid 13 years, at least. But I just remember playing as a kid and thinking wow, man, life is fucking expensive.
That is true.
And one day I'm gonna have to figure out shit and eventually pay for it. I thought of really adult things as a kid. So yeah, I played the board game of life often and got my ass whooped by my dad. So who actually understood life, and I was just a tyke. So
It's like you're gonna learn today, son.
oh yeah, a lot of my lessons learned from my dad were learned in very I cannot say this without being rather homo. So
Wait,
Okay.
not good ways. He beat my ass a lot, put it that way.
all right.
But it takes a dark turn. But life,
In
though?
actual life or the game of life?
Oh,
Are we-
Yeah,
Well,
which one are we talking about?
fair,
yeah.
fair.
So, but yeah, life. I got my ass beaten a lot, but like it just reminds me of my childhood. Like thinking about it. So.
Okay, your ass beat a lot.
Well, it happened often in my childhood. So yeah, but my number 4.
Mine too.
My number 4 is life. I'm gonna have like much longer once I get like later on.
Oh, I get you.
Especially when I get fucking.
Oh yeah, they get longer the.
Actually, my
more
next
go
one I got
up.
a pretty good bit about, but
Yeah.
maybe.
5s and 4s are always throwaways.
Yeah, fucking. Well, there's my second throwaway.
Not mine. I'm very passionate about my 5.
What is it?
Oh, the non-denominational checkers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said number 4. I thought you were segueing.
5.
I was misinformed. Well, I'm gonna use that as a segue. Chipper, what's your number 4?
Okay, so you guys know the classic game Operation, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I decided it would be more fun if it was. I called it Stoperation. So the basic premise of the game is you're in a dark room. There's 2 of you. One of you is operating on the board. The only light you have is every time you miss it, you have 1 bullet in a gun, and the dude in the room. Hold on.
This took a fucking twisted turn.
Hold on.
I was not expecting that. What the hell?
Has a knife.
Is there murder involved? Like, what's going on here? Oh my
There
God.
is murder. There's only one victor.
Oh, this is Saw. Oh my God.
Your objective is to stop the other person from finishing the operation.
So the game is murder. That's
Kind
the
of.
game.
So why would you just take the gun and shoot?
You can play because like you're in a dark room. You don't know where they're at, and so every time you fail, you kind of get a glimpse of them. But then you can't shoot them until the light goes back out.
You'd have to have a real big room for this to even be remotely challenging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
or
that's
possible
the
for the operation guy to win.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the most intense game of Operation ever. Because that last light that you make, like you're like, I think I'm on the bone, I'm on the chicken bone, and you fucking lift up and you miss it, and you look up, the dude's in your face with a knife, and you just fucking
I
stabs
thought
him.
he had a gun.
what a gun.
No, the dude that's trying to kill. Okay, so the operating dude, he has a gun, but he's also trying to operate.
Wait,
What are you okay, hold on.
I get it. I do get it.
I thought you meant that, like, every time the operation dude, like, anytime he misses, like, the nose on the board lights up, and that'll, like, emit enough light that the dude with the gun can see him and shoot him. I thought that's what you were saying.
No. Okay, so
No,
there's one dude, the dude operating, he has the gun. All right,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it's so pressure intense. And there's another dude in the room. He starts at the any corner he wants, right? And he has a knife, but there's only 1 bullet in the gun that the operator guy has, and you don't want to mess up on purpose because like if you finish in time, then you win. The guy can't stab you, but the guy
I mean,
can
I
only
think he technically still could.
Yeah, but what if it's still
he
up there
could, but
glancing
no,
blood?
but that would break the rules, and then he would lose.
Yeah, but if I like nip him in the shoulder and he's still like fully able to stab my ass, isn't that like exactly what he's gonna do?
Yeah, that's his fault. That's your fault as the
That's-
operator. You're supposed to defend yourself and kill him.
This game is not one-sided at all.
Oh, man.
It's not. It's you're trying.
Well,
No, it's balanced.
What's-
It's balanced because the guy with the gun only has 1 shot, but the dude with the knife has unlimited ammo. He can just run and swing for like the whole match until he hits something. Like,
Yeah, I mean, what if?
Good, yeah.
Like,
And like
Yeah.
as the operator, you can move your little table anywhere you want, but that could also leave you at a disadvantage. Like if you get closer to the guy with the knife,
Yeah, I was gonna say whenever the light goes off, he's gonna know exactly where you're at too.
he
Yeah.
could.
I mean, for that
But-
like split second or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a flawless plan. I'm just saying, it would be way more fun than just fucking sitting there. Oh man, I missed. I fucked up. Oh boy,
And you
there's no
start to-
consequences.
What happens if you miss? And like,
The light goes off, and the dude gets to run at you for a solid 2
I was
seconds.
gonna, I was gonna say, but like, you know, whenever you fuck up or whatever, and the light goes off, and you shoot, okay, and you miss, and the light goes off again, you know,
You better fucking hurry, get those bones out.
Or like,
or just move.
well, here's the other thing
You
too.
could do
like,
that, but you can keep moving. That's the strategy. Yeah, it's a good strategy.
It's
Right?
strategy.
but the operator could legitimately just like, you know, depending on the size of the room and how much light is being given off by the
It's a
board,
huge
you could
ass
just
room.
hold down on the side of the board so the light is constantly on, and you have the advantage of distance.
That's cheating.
And you can just look and just fucking pop the dude before he gets anywhere near you.
No. He has to wait for the light to go out to shoot him.
Oh.
So like
That's
you get a
fu-
quick glimpse.
This game is
You're like, oh,
way
fuck.
too complicated.
This
It's
game
supposed
seems
to
way,
be complicated.
Seems way too
You're fighting for your life.
This game sucks. I like non-denominational checkers better than
Oh, that
this
shit was
one.
way better than this.
Look, yeah, I'm just trying to make games more interesting because board games suck.
Fair enough.
Well, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna fight you on that. But
Operation has no consequences. You hear a little buzz and the light
zap
goes
the
up.
dude.
Yeah, it's not. You're not getting zapped though. That would be
Oh,
cool. You should.
Yeah, but that's your patient. That's fucking medical malpractice.
Yeah, but it's not intense. Nothing's more intense than trying to fight for your life while operating on another man.
Well, yeah, but you know.
That's all I'm saying.
We should play this sometime. I want to test
Yeah,
out
I
to see if it
want to
actually
test
works.
these waters.
There's a safe version for kids where you can play with like Nerf guns or pellet guns or whatever.
Oh,
But
that's lame. No, we got to go hard.
No,
yeah, no,
yeah,
that's
see
I
there.
agree. But like, it's not gonna sell on the market very well.
I don't know. It depends where you try to sell it.
Detroit.
Yeah, see, that would catch on real quick.
Oh no.
They're already
They put that
playing
game
that.
in
Like they just don't have rules.
Detroit.
We have
Oh.
spent so much time trying to figure out how to make
How to make-
Stoperation a real thing.
You're right. We got to move on. We got to
All
move
right.
on. We got to move on. All right, Kyle, hit us with your number 4.
Okay. Well, I wanted to change it up a little bit from my 5 to 4. So I'm gonna go with SpongeBob Life. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, what a
Disney
change of
version
pace.
life.
I know. Well, did you watch Family Guy when you were 3? Did you
No.
watch SpongeBob when you were 3?
No.
I
Of course.
thought so.
I
Okay.
don't know, Snyder.
Dude,
I'm
I'm
convinced.
literally wearing a SpongeBob shirt.
Yes, you are.
What's a Patrick shirt?
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm not. So,
I'm not.
but so the reason why I like SpongeBob Life more than I like, what was my number 5?
Family Guy.
I don't even remember. We're taking this very seriously, as you can tell. Oh my god.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, the reason why. Oh my god. So,
This is excellent.
God.
all right. Reason why I like SpongeBob Life is because the board is way more colorful. They use a lot more vibrant colors, way more interesting than
Wow.
Family Guy Life. And I'm looking at the right boards now.
Good. I was about to ask. Are you looking at actual life, or are you looking up like
You're looking at fucking Clue or something.
SpongeBob Clue? Oh my
That's what I should have done. Is each time I should have talked about life.
Describe a different game.
I like SpongeBob Life because you can kill Squidward in the hallway with the spatula.
I'm like, wait a fucking minute. This is
Oh
Wait.
my fucking
the
God.
light.
What is this fucking podcast? How did we get here?
Awesome.
Oh my god.
So other than the bright colors, what makes you draw
Yeah.
fucking Life of SpongeBob?
Other than a
There-
completely different board game.
Oh my god. We broke him. We broke him.
He's broken.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right, whatever. The thing that I really like about SpongeBob Life is that the actual pieces, you know how they were plastic cars before and not metal?
Yeah, I do remember
Now-
that.
They're fully sized SpongeBob, Squidward, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs.
Whoa,
Now,
fully sized.
What?
They're the size of
Life
SpongeBob.
size, like a
Maybe.
dude in a SpongeBob
slap a
suit
fucking
just pops
squid
out
on
of the
the
box.
board.
Like, the board's
no,
only
we'll
so
make-
big.
I guess not full size, but yeah.
Wait, but like if it's not a car, how do you fit SpongeBob's children in the back seat? Do you just shove him on his butt or something? Like does he just like carry him like in
Yeah, is it like
holsters?
where he has like the fucking gyrating ass, like in the one episode where it's like 2 blocks?
There you go.
You just have like a fucking like a bandolier full of kids like
Bandolier. SpongeBob's going to war
Jail.
in life.
How does that
Oh.
work?
I don't know. But
Thanks.
I feel like
did
you haven't actually played this game.
no, I own this one. I own
this one.
I own this one. This one's mine.
the only game that I don't own on the list are my number 5 and my number 1. I actually own
All right,
4
fair.
too. I swear. But and my story about this game is that I actually, this was my first life board game I ever played, and the first time I played it, I accidentally broke SpongeBob's nose off, and then I never wanted to play with SpongeBob ever again.
Wow.
Oh no, your life.
Wow.
It's ruined.
Like,
That's it. That's my number.
That's
4.
it.
That's it.
that's kind of dark though.
Damn.
Just like, you look different now. Fuck you. I'm never giving you my time ever again.
Whoa.
You remove SpongeBob's nose and tell me you want to keep watching the show.
Good
Number
pick.
4.
Good pick.
Number 4. Tyler, what is it? Uh-oh.
Do you hear that? It's a Segway buzzing on the street. Speaking of Clue, here's my official synopsis of Clue, my number 4 game.
Nihilist Arby's.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean SpongeBob Life?
No, I mean Clue.
No,
Strap in.
You mean Monopoly?
No, I mean Clue. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Clue. All the good, clean fun of homicide packed into an hour-long experience for the whole family.
All right.
Blindly accuse your loved ones of heinous acts while rolling dice and pretending to have fun. Because nothing brings a family together quite like role-playing a shitty British spin-off episode of Law & Order. Use lying and deception to turn your friends on one another while attempting to cover up the fact that you are indeed the one who beat a man into the afterlife with a candlestick in the hallway.
Oh my god.
Learn all the skills of covering up a murder and seeking out the psychopathic tendencies of those closest to you. Clue, trust no one.
I trust no one.
That might have been one of the best things I've ever heard.
I think that's one of the weaker ones on there. We're gonna. It only gets worse from there,
Oh,
folks. It only gets worse from there.
It's like all the fun of just homicide packed into a fucking board game. Like, wow.
I actually hate Clue.
Oh, man.
My sister made me play it all the time as a kid, and I never enjoyed it. But I have so much experience with the game, I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just educate the world on what this game is really about.
Homicide.
All right. Well, that was my 4. So I guess we're moving on to number 3.
Oh,
Mine don't really leave much room for conversation. But yeah, Brennan,
They're funny.
we're on to 3.
Holy shit, this went by quick. But yeah, my number 3, fucking Clue. No, I made this.
All right then.
I made
Wow.
this list yesterday. But yeah, you know, Clue, like Tyler said, it's you know, the awesome action-packed fun of homicide, you know, into a board game. Like I said, I'm a big fan of like games that make you think, and like, you know, of course, once you play Clue like twice, you're like, okay, this game's fucking old. But but like I didn't play the game for years, and then like last year, like me, Christian, Zach, and Maddie sat down and played it for like a couple hours. And I was like, wow, I like completely forgot about this game. But yeah, it was cool being like a wannabe detective.
Did you get away with it?
A couple times. A couple times I was caught like right off the bat. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Like, I thought I got away with that shit easy, but you know.
How many times did you play?
Like quite a few, actually.
Because
Were they,
if
like,
you got
quick
away with it a
rounds?
couple times, didn't a couple times, and I imagine you weren't it at least a couple times.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of Clue.
Well, we just got balls deep, dude. That and you know, we're a little high. So this is actually
I
over.
could have guessed that.
This is actually over. It's like 2 years ago then. Never mind. Shit. But yeah, because I've been sober for like almost 2 years.
Cool.
But yeah, sobriety.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fuck the devil's lettuce.
fuck the jazz cabbage.
Yeah, eat that reefer.
Oh man, I'm all about the electric lettuce.
Hey, can I hit you with a quick little joke?
Hit me with it.
What does a fish smoke?
Oh my god.
Seaweed.
Dude. That sounded fake, and I don't appreciate the laugh.
You know, yeah, my number 3 is Clue.
Respectable
Nice.
pick.
Respectable
Respectable
oldie but
pick.
goodie,
Nice.
baby.
Yeah.
Hello. This is the Talks a Lot Boys resident censorship robot, Clancy Warningsmith. The following entry on Chipper's list is, as the hip human youth like to call it, massively fucked up. If you are easily offended, you should probably stop listening now if you haven't already. For those of you brave enough to continue, brace yourself for the worst. That is all. Farewell.
So I guess it's my turn, and mine is similar to Kyle's last two, which is Life, but the Alabama Teenager Story Edition.
The fuck
What?
is
I don't know
this?
what that means, and I'm scared.
All right. Well, let
Does
me
this include
buckle you
incest?
in. Yes, it does involve incest.
Neat.
Quite a bit of it, actually. There's a lot of cards.
Oh man.
This is about to get real dark. So you're just going
Alright.
through life as an Alabama teenager. Like you gotta deal with your father having sex with you. It's not rape. There's no rape.
Wow. You just fucking.
It's
went
all
right for the jugular on that one.
all consensual.
Where do we even
Oh,
go
lost
from here?
right over that.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my
0
I'm
to
just
1,000
jumping that hurdle
real
now.
fucking quick. God damn.
You said that so nonchalant.
Look. I've heard stories
What
about
are we
Alabama.
doing?
So
This is fantastic.
Oh my god.
You just, have sex with your father, but that's no big deal. Oh.
So one of the plus sides about playing
Jesus.
Alabama edition, if you play enough rounds, they get rid of the abortion laws.
So you're stuck with the kid.
Wait. So you're saying if you play enough rounds of the Alabama version of this game in your household, the government is just gonna show up and be like, "All right, they're gone."
No, only in the game, only in the board game. Like
Oh,
it's
that
round
makes
3
more
is when it kicks
sense.
in. Like if you go around the board 3 times, it's like, all right, round 3, no
They
more
were filling a
abortion.
quota.
The buck stopped here. Cutting you off.
Oh, man.
You gotta deal with like cards like, my dad's an alcoholic. Time to go to therapy. Pay $20 every round.
$20 for therapy is cheap as hell.
I'm about to
Yeah,
say,
but
but
it's
it's every
therapist
time
records.
you move. It's
take
every
times
time
up by
on
10.
your round.
Jeez.
Hello. Clancy again. Chipper proceeded to say something so intensely dark and fucked up that I was forced to remove it from the recording. It was hilarious, but it would make Jesus frown if we let the general populace hear what it was. I apologize for the inconvenience. The machines will soon rise up to conquer the world.
Whoa! Oh my god.
Or you can keep it. That's an option, but you gotta pay more money.
Oh my god. I think you broke Brennan.
What the fuck?
Chipper.
That was awesome.
I told you this was a dark game.
Oh my god.
And the tagline is just, that's life.
Oh,
The tagline is too real for Alabama.
Oh, man.
holy shit.
The amount of time
What are the
that I had
job
to get up.
options on the Alabama version of life?
McDonald's worker, fucking sewage sludger.
Sewage?
What is
sludger?
sewage sludger
So you
exactly?
you just scoop out the sewage. You can keep anything you want though. Like if you find
That's
like,
your payment. They don't pay you. You just get to keep whatever you find when you're drudging through sewage.
Yeah, they don't. Alabama doesn't have money to pay you.
Fuck, we gotta move on. Kyle
yeah,
talking about this for an hour. We gotta move on. Kyle, please.
So,
Alabama life.
I'm gonna go with Monsters Inc. Life.
Kyle.
Now, I do want to say that the art of this board is like far superior
Is
to
it fucking
previous
brighter?
two. No. See, because like if you get too bright, then it just kind of starts to go downhill. The last board was like a nice amount of brightness. This board, like the actual like art style, is very cool. It's the art style like of like the comic of Monsters Inc. I don't know if you've ever read the comic. I don't know if you're
No.
cultured
Not that
enough
deep in
to
the
have
lore,
read the
not gonna
Monsters
lie.
Inc. comic.
Reading the
But-
comic requires being cultured.
Yes. Don't tell me differently, Mom. But the thing that I do really enjoy about this game specifically is that it predicted the future. So like any other board game of life, you can pick to go to like college or you can just like go on with your life, right?
Yeah.
And there is a Monsters Inc. college movie.
Yes, there is.
Put 2 and 2 together.
Where are you going with this?
I didn't know we were supposed to like
That's
just
it.
come forth and say it.
Oh, because
No, that's it.
wait, So it's the same game, but there's a monster college instead.
But like then they made a movie like 15 years later
Oh, okay.
that was like Monsters Inc. University or Monsters University. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Monsters University.
Did they call it that in the Game of Life as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
Huh.
Yeah, but it's like a
That's-
prediction.
it is strange. All right, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And that's why Monsters Inc. Life is my number 3.
Because it has Monsters University at the beginning of the board.
It predicted it.
15 years before.
Wow, what mindfuckery.
Really, that's the mind
Damn.
fuckery of this podcast.
Yeah,
You didn't think that
that's
maybe they were in the process of making the movie and they're like, let's fucking throw this Easter egg in there real quick.
No.
No, you don't think so?
I mean, the board game came out in 2001, so I mean,
oh
dude.
Yeah, they could
Definitely
be
not
working
any
on
time,
that movie
huh?
for a while.
yeah. Don't think so.
I don't know.
Took that long to render every frame of that movie. It took him like 10 years.
and it still didn't look that good. So who's next?
No, okay, it looked good. The plot
looked
was just
good.
unnecessary and dumb. Let's not undermine the quality of the visuals.
It looked just as good as the
It
first
looked
one.
better than the first one.
It did look better than the first one, and that's a fact.
So are you saying the first one looked bad?
No, it looked good for its time.
So what's the problem with the art style, Kyle? Are you fucking shitting on it?
Oh, of the movie, not the game. The game
You-
looks great.
Wait, the Game of Life looks great.
Yes.
Okay,
This was the worst one.
just trying to clear it up.
What's the worst one?
I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut you off.
Yep. No, I've been done for a while. We just keep talking about.
I had questions. That's all.
It's fair.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's continue.
Hungry hippos.
Oh my.
The steadily declining hippo population is a fucking joke to Milton Bradley, and they have no shame in exploiting their suffering by making it into a game for bored white children. No rules, only carnage. Punch the ever-loving shit out of those plastic hippos and stuff their disgusting gullets full of balls. Drown them in balls. Be the ball gobbling champion. Consume more balls than your friends.
Oh,
Assert
man.
your dominance by being the fattest fuck in the lakes of Africa, and let your fellow hippo brethren die a slow, painful death by starvation. Acquire the most sustenance. Devour those balls. 4 hippos will enter hungry. Only 1 hippo will leave full. The others will perish. Become the hippo king. Become the one and only hippo. Hungry hippos. Survive or die.
You're gonna fucking perish.
Oh my god.
That's so good.
The emphasis on balls.
That's what you do. That's the game. You eat balls.
The emphasis on like hippo suffering. Yeah,
I know, right?
Their population issue is just hit an all-time crisis to where they need to battle it out in four hippo battles.
I'm just saying, Hungry Hippos is a dark fucking game. We're marketing
It
that to
is.
kids.
yeah.
It's just like, man, only enough food for one of us.
Cool.
The rest of us are gonna have to just end it
I
here.
mean, it's natural selection in its most basic form.
Yeah.
Just in board game form.
Yeah, exactly. Teaching
it.
kids young.
Yeah.
See, I feel like they have chips in the Hungry Hippo game, like microchips, and each time someone wins, they kill 3 real life hippos.
You know, I don't think that's accurate.
It already dwindling.
I don't know.
It already
Is that your
dwindling
next
hippo
game?
population.
I feel like I would have killed off the entire population of hippos on my own if that was the case.
Well, maybe they put in like dogs with like hippo like suits in the wild, and we don't even know that hippos are.
Dogs.
What the fuck?
That's the like biggest roided up dog I've ever seen in my life.
It's a costume, Brennan.
Still, you gotta fit the costume.
Sure, I don't know. I guess, but there's some big dogs out there.
Bigger than hippos?
I mean,
With the ability to kill a hippo?
evolution, man. That's all I'm saying.
What is this podcast about?
I don't even
Board
know
games.
anymore.
Board games, Kyle. Have you not been listening?
Speaking of board games, Brendan, what's your number 2 board game?
Well, my number 2 board game is the absolute epitome of American greed on a board,
Uh-oh.
and that is Monopoly.
Oh God, here we go.
Ooh,
I have seen many friendships relationships, family relations die on the Monopoly game board.
Yup.
Yeah, my mom just told me.
Oh, wow. That's pretty likely. I met your mother.
Thanks for sharing.
Fun fact of the day.
But I love the feeling when I have a fucking, like, one tile that's just juiced to the fucking gills. And some poor, unsuspecting motherfucker just rolls, you know. Oh, I got a 12. I get to move ahead 12 spaces. You know, collects $200 or whatever, and lands right on that spot and just gets fucked. Like, their entire life savings gone. Their pension gone. 401k gone. I have it all. You're fucked.
Your family will starve tonight.
Your family's gonna go hungry while I sit on my big fat pile of cash. So yeah, Monopoly. That's my number 2 game.
I'm gonna open a house down the street that you can't afford to live in.
Exactly. And that every time you land anywhere near around that house, you owe me like $10,000 rent a day. So
Damn.
yeah, so bankrupt
Yeah.
bitches.
Monopoly is a very violent, long game.
It is.
Yeah,
sure.
it's like I said, it's America's corporate greed on a board game, and that's
It's
why
true.
That's why it's in my number 2 because America.
Fair.
Nice.
We might come back to that one later.
Maybe.
Ooh, boy.
Oh boy.
All right. My number 2 is it's related to it's in the Guess Who family, you know.
I forgot that was a game.
Yeah, you did.
I completely
did.
did too. Oh, shit.
Well, this one's called Guess Who Poo Poo.
Oh my god.
Wow. Well, you already hooked me with the name.
Wow. Tell me
After
more.
the last one, I can't imagine where this one's
So-
gonna go.
This is not a 2-player game like your regular Guess Who. This is like a 5-person, 6-person game where everybody draws a card and the card says you got a poo poo. All right. So that's only one person gets that card. So what happens is everybody closes their eyes. While that's going on, the person who got the you got a poo poo card shits on the board. And then
Why?
everybody takes turn asking each other's questions like, what'd you eat today? And like, what's your diet like? Did you exercise?
So they have to guess who it is based on their stool.
Yeah, based on the stool.
Wow. It's like hunting for Bigfoot.
Well,
Oh.
did you eat nuts today? Fuck, they got me.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's the whole game.
the only thing is, like, if it's like a 6-person game, you could make it like Survivor, make an alliance, and have like 3 people eat corn. And just like
I mean, you could if you
completely, completely derail the game.
Survival tactics.
Wow.
Everybody eats like the same dinner once, and then it's like, whoa, shit, fuck.
But,
What's
like,
our strategy now?
Yeah, but
We
like
all know
one
we ate
person,
corn.
yeah, but like one person's like left out of the group, so like obviously their shit looks different. So they're like, oh, this is obviously so and so, and they're like, how
Yeah.
the fuck?
Loser eats the shit.
Oh, even
Yeah.
better, up the ante.
I was gonna say, like, how does this game end? Like,
Yeah, the other games ended with like, you know, non-abortions and stabbings and shootings and shit. Like, how's this one end?
Well, this one it ends. Most likely ends after the first round because yes, you do get to throw the poo poo. Like if nobody guesses it, you get to throw your poo poo in someone's face of your choice.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's first and 10 wins, I guess. But usually ends after the first round.
10
Wow.
wins.
Bring a poncho and strap in. It's gonna be a long afternoon.
Take a laxative each round.
I really thought you were gonna say that the loser has to be the operator in Stoperation. Like just move them together.
Wow.
Game
Oh,
night.
we need to like make like fake advertisements for these.
Jesus.
Yes.
We need to have a family game night
Oh yeah,
with all this shit.
all these games. Oh yeah, dude.
All of these games.
We'll have to do Stoperation last. I feel like if anybody wins or loses at that one, I mean, it's
night's-
kind of the end of the night.
Yeah, the night's done.
Yeah.
After that, you know,
Way to ruin it.
We're gonna be
Fucking
Hard to
Kyle. You
continue
stabbed
unless you
Tyler in the
Weekend at
throat.
Bernie's it.
we're gonna have to like mourn the next day. So
Yeah. Family game night followed by morning.
By morning.
I'm gonna kill myself.
My number 2.
I'm gonna kill myself over this.
What's your number 2, Kyle?
My number 2 is Indiana Jones Life.
This is getting obscure.
Don't worry, you just wait for my number 1.
Oh God!
All right, my number 2 is Indiana Jones Life, which is very popular. So the game pieces are different colored Indiana Joneses, which is more inclusive. Chipper,
I like that. I'm in.
You've got blue, red, green, and yellow.
Where's the black Indiana Jones?
Oh, jeez.
It's gonna be Wesley Snipes.
The box of the game, right, that you like pull off the shelf, is designed to look like a treasure chest. And by golly, if that isn't the most exciting thing to pull off the shelf when your dad and mom finally come home after they're done fighting and they're like, let's play a board game to have a good family moment.
Let's
Put it
not
down.
have
That hit a little too close to home.
And you
Jesus.
play Indiana Jones Life.
So they can fight some more.
So you can block out the real life.
Exactly.
You can
We're all gonna have fun and steal some treasure and kill some Nazis.
The back of the box says, "You're the great adventurer." So
Oh, that's cute.
let's focus on that, family.
Wow.
Okay,
But
that's my number
you
2.
were
Mom,
rich
you don't
fans
need
in
any more
divorce.
wine.
Dad, please stop. It hurts.
Not the whip. Not the whip.
Oh my God.
No, I'm the great adventurer.
Raiders of the Last Custody Kids.
It's like, damn it, Barbara, someone has to teach these kids.
That's how you gain custody over your kids. You draw the gain custody over kids card, and then you win.
Wow.
Gang.
We're gonna settle this over a game of life. Sit down, kids. This might be the last time we're sitting together as a family.
That's the world I want to
Time to
live in.
decide who has what.
Pray to Indy, you end up at Dad's house.
Jesus.
Wow, my ex-wife's a good housekeeper. We got divorced and she kept the house.
See, and then like the mom wins, gets custody, but then you get to play Indiana Jones in real life and like scoop your kid out of bed and replace him with like a sack of potatoes and run off into the night.
And then a giant boulder chases your ass out of the house.
All right, what a fun game.
Dark.
I would like to clarify that I actually used to own Indiana Jones Life, Monsters Inc. Life, and SpongeBob Life.
Why do you have so many versions of one game?
I don't know.
The worst game, too.
Did you just say it's the worst game?
I did.
I'm offended.
You should be.
Okay, let's move on.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So, I know we already talked about Monopoly. So those of you listening are already going to know the kind of the rundown. But in case you don't, I prepared a small synopsis of what Monopoly is about. Monopoly, the great destroyer of time and family bonds. Check your friendships at the door. If you obtain Boardwalk, you'll have to boardwalk your sorry ass home after the game because you won't have any friends left to drive you. Experience a harsh lesson in the realities of the corporate dystopia that is the American economy. Declare bankruptcy as your friends manipulate the housing market to slowly choke the life out of you and suck you dry of everything you were ever worth. All the thrills of a blockbuster movie. Fake-ass Canadian-looking money. A car. A dog. Trips to and from federal prison. Rigging the system to escape punishment for free. Random horrible scenarios that will destroy all that you have acquired in life. And a thimble that will run your bank account into the ground via untimely stops at his train station. If life is nothing but a harsh, dark, cold existence filled with pain, then Monopoly is life. And that is why Monopoly is above all the other games on this list. It teaches you from the very beginning that the only way out is complete and total domination or a slow, horrendous, drawn-out death by the corporation-controlled economy.
God.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. that would have been the best synopsis of Monopoly I've ever heard.
Wow, boy, howdy, am I excited to play some Monopoly.
You guys want to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
You really sold me on that game, Tyler.
I used to be popular. Then I played Monopoly with all of my friends at once.
Ooh.
I don't have friends anymore.
Burned every bridge you've ever built in your life. Oh,
Yeah.
that is tragic.
So we won't dwell on that one because we talked about Monopoly a lot. But there you go. That's Monopoly. Brennan, we're on to number 1.
Holy shit.
Number
Bring it on home.
one.
My number 1. I imagine you guys have heard of the game of Risk.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Well, there is a new version, well, newer-ish version of it that, takes place in probably the darkest, most genocidal time in human history. And that is World War II. And the board game itself is called Axis and Allies. Man, does that game fucking slap. Like I said, it's basically Risk. But like I said, with like tons more like genocide and like massive wiping out of like armies and shit. Like the point of it,
It's like Risk with 10 times more
Man, that's
genocide.
fucking rad.
I have the board game I want to play, but
Don't do it. It will
I-
take longer for him to set up the board than it will take him to kick your ass.
Yeah.
I know that from experience.
Yeah, Zach and Joel, like they have played me 9 times. They've only won once, and that was because I fucked up and I had a really bad roll. But yeah, it's basically like I said before. I have like a huge sort of interest in games that like make you like take a step back and like think, like put you in situations where like, damn, how am I getting out of this shit? And then like you do it. But you could have the greatest strategy in the world, but like roll absolute dog shit and your entire army just gets wiped out. And then you're like, wow, I'm in a bad situation. I need to like figure out a way out of this. So, but yeah, it's like World War II, like Germany and Japan versus America, Russia, and Britain. But yeah, it's badass. It's my favorite. And I will school anyone at it. So my number 1, Axis and
Bet.
Allies. Oh, bring it,
Oh
bitch.
fuck! You don't know what you're getting yourself into, bro.
Bring it. You do not want this fucking suffering.
You will die a quick death.
That's fine. That's what I've always wanted.
But yeah, whenever we have a game night, I'll set it up.
All right.
How's yeah, number 1.
Fucking down to play some Axis and Allies.
Kyle and I will just play every variety of Life in the Corner.
Yeah.
I'll
Down.
while I'm in process of whooping Chipper's ass at Axis and Allies, I'll come play around.
Here's what we do. We take all of Kyle's life boards and we combine them into one big board. You do one round of life and you segue into the next life, like whatever religion that is
Like
style.
the
You're
afterlife.
reincarnated
Oh,
into
reincarnated
another
as
reality.
SpongeBob?
And then
Ah.
you keep all of your acquisitions from that and then you go into the next game. Ultra life.
I'm sure that's not how death works.
No,
Like,
it's not.
Just take everything with
But-
you.
You stockpile it. And
Just
then when you get
born
to
it.
actual death, then you're like, here's everything I've acquired.
So you have like wills.
You know, like you're not fucking taking your kids from like Indiana Jones to Monsters Inc. Like they stay
might.
in that world.
Okay.
But you meet up with them again after you beat all of the games. And then you're like, this is how many kids I have created and put on this earth. All of their generations are mine. I have armies of children now. Armies
And
of
then we need to have
descendants.
like one epic battle in the end.
Yeah, and then we put all the kids in Axis and Allies, and then we murder each other warfare style.
Oh,
Genocide.
I like
I love
that.
it.
It'll be a 20-hour game.
Oh yeah, we're strapping in for a long one there.
Chipper, I hope your next made-up game is better than that, because I don't think you can beat that. That was pretty fucking rad. You just came
I
up with
don't
that on the
actually
spot,
think
too.
I can.
Hit us with
I
that.
don't know. Alabama Life is pretty dope.
Yeah, Alabama Teenager Story Edition is probably my favorite, I guess. But this one's really fun because you don't lose friendships over it because it's called Soviet Union Monopoly.
Cool.
So it's just communism monopoly.
Oh yeah, you just every time someone passes go, everybody gets $200.
Isn't that how
Yeah.
normal Monopoly works?
No, it's just
No, like
Oh,
once-
everyone gets $200.
Everybody
That
else-
is how
Communism.
communism works. Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
was
every
confused.
time someone gets money,
Sorry.
everybody gets the same amount of money at the same time. So it's just like one big game of everybody's rich now. But there's a downside, there's no go to jail, right? Because in Soviet Union, you don't get to go to jail. Instead, they send you to a firing squad in real life, and they will shoot your head off.
I thought the Soviet Union had this thing called a gulag,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is like a re-education through labor camp. So you did like
That too.
10 years hard labor.
You
That's
do
where I
that,
thought you were
but-
going with that.
Yeah, that's
And
what
you're
I'm
just
like.
like,
go
no
illegal-
execution.
Just
No, but if you do something very illegal, which is the only thing you can do in Soviet Union.
I thought, yeah, you need to sacrifice political dissidence to the gulag. That's how you
Sure.
That's how you like gain power in communism.
Yeah. Brendan
It's a
did his
game.
research.
Oh, history.
Oh,
bitches.
shit.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, that'd be way more badass. Like, you lose in the game, or you do something like illegal, they send you to the gulag for 10 years. And then,
In
like,
real life? Yeah, okay.
yeah, you
I
come
like
back.
that.
Yeah, you come back 10 years later, and like we're not playing the game anymore, and you're like, dude, I thought we were gonna like pick up where we left off.
Okay, see, that's why I brought these games to you guys, because I'm trying to work them out so I can, pitch them to Fisher's Price.
Fisher Price.
Fisher Price presents Stoperation. Kill your friends.
You could have like 3-year-olds playing Stoperation.
Oh my god.
Like,
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this world better.
Mom, how do I work this gun?
You hear nothing but silence and just a sling.
Oh my god. What would the ads for that game be like, by the way?
Which one,
we should make a fake ad.
Oh my god.
It'd be like a horror movie trailer.
Does it include a dark room, or do you have to find your own?
It
It just gives you like a little like pop-up tent. You're sitting right beside each other. You just fucking...
That's extreme operation. Can you complete the operation before your friend next to you stabs you?
It's one of those children's cars, freaking tense.
Oh my god.
You're shoulder to shoulder.
Is Alabama teenage life gonna be like Degrassi or something?
What's gonna be first?
It comes with like a VHS special.
There's fucking Drake in wheelchairs in this.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's how the fucking ad's gonna be set up. Oh,
God.
Wow.
that was great.
Thank you for blessing us with all of those, Chipper.
Oh, Chipper!
You're
Wow.
welcome.
Yeah, you need to go straight to Fisher's Price.
Contact
Yeah, I tend to
Mattel.
be rich.
And,
tomorrow.
like, get him on the phone. She'd be like, dude, I'm gonna save your fucking company.
You guys are
I'm
not
gonna bring
going
you guys
bankrupt
back.
after all.
I've got games for the modern generation.
Yeah, you gotta go to like Milton Bradley
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
hate
mean-
hippos.
or like Wizards of the Coast or whatever they're called.
Wizards of the Coast.
Hold on, wait.
No, I'm serious. There's
You're gonna have a fucking Alabama fucking love child trading card game, like.
It gets so popular, it gets made into a magic card.
Yeah,
like-
it's like.
Oh my god. Guys, we're
It's like
gonna
a
be rich.
Magic
You
the
guys all gotta
Gathering
slice me
spin
off.
off with just fucking like inbred. There's like
Settlers of Catan, fucking Alabama Life Edition. Alabama Teenage Story Life.
oh my god.
Oh man, Kyle.
Wow. Kyle, please
Kyle,
save
you
us
say
from
this.
this.
This is
All right.
epic.
Well, so my number one, I'm guessing you know what's coming next. You know,
Is it
I've
life?
been kind of
some
I've been building up
variation of
to it.
life.
I've been building up to it
Minecraft.
this entire time.
Minecraft.
No. It is Millennial Monopoly.
No fucking get the hell out of it. Is that
Way
the
to
one with the
flip the
fucking
script.
digital shit?
No. Millennial Monopoly. It's the hardest name for a game to say. Is a board game. It is Monopoly, and the tagline is "Adulting is hard. You deserve a break from the rat race."
Jesus fucking Christ. Come on, man.
Participation trophy, the game.
The image on the box of like the Monopoly man, he's wearing Ray-Bans.
Fuck.
Is he also dabbing?
No, he's taking a selfie.
Oh, that's so much worse.
And he has a coffee cup in his other hand.
Of course.
But he is using wired headphones, so like this game's really behind the times, you know.
There's some AirPods.
Yeah, they're not AirPods. I really expected it, you know.
Wow,
But
scrub.
no.
Well, it's because life is so hard. He can't afford AirPods.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Yeah.
a millennial.
He's a millennial. You can't make money as a millennial.
He didn't take a break from the rat race.
Yeah.
But
It's
the board game, it's nothing like life. It well, I guess it is like life, but like not the board game.
Did you say it's
Okay.
Monopoly?
It's
So is Monopoly.
it's Monopoly. The pieces are gold, right? They're not silver.
Oh,
No
shit.
They're
You
gold,
can cash him in so you don't have to get a job.
and it features so many millennial-esque pieces, like a hashtag,
No way.
Stop
a pair of sunglasses.
I'm getting cancer.
No, wait. A bicycle,
Ooh, I like that
What?
one.
which is confusing. A camera, but from the 80s,
What the fuck?
which I guess
For
kind of
those
looks like a
hipster
hipster
kids,
move.
yeah.
Yeah, it's what it is.
A globe. 'Cause I guess
What?
the millennials want to travel the world. I guess.
That's kind of confusing.
And then
Okay.
a piece that's just the head of the Monopoly Man, but definitely looks like the Pringles logo.
Oh, Julius Pringle, my man.
Julius Pringle.
That's his name.
Definitely looks like
That's a real name.
So I don't know how Julius Pringle has to do with millennials, but this board game is
Millennials
definitely
love their Pringles. You can't have just one.
You can't.
Not sponsored by Pringles.
Because their hands can fit in the fucking container.
I'm totally not a sellout.
But yeah, that's obviously the best game of all time. And,
Is every space a meme?
No. Like the one space that I read the one time was just like actually like a Starbucks like made up kind of like I don't remember what it was.
Ooh.
But like it's like
Wow.
fake popular things that people take selfies in front of.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Kyle, if I recall back at the beginning of the podcast, you said you owned your number 5 and your number 1.
No, I said
No,
I
you didn't
don't.
know.
Oh, you don't? Okay, because I was about to have like a lot of questions for you about
Yeah,
how
can
you
we-
came to obtain.
Yeah,
that
can we
game,
see
but,
this game? Like,
Do you want
We'll
to
have
see
to
it?
order it.
yeah, I want to like actually play this and completely hate myself and my generation.
But yeah, that's
That's
it.
All right.
Oh, it's a shiny board too.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Oh, shit.
Oh no!
That is not cool.
Oh no!
What happened?
He sent us
He
a
sent
picture
us a
in the
picture
chat.
of it. It is
I
horrifying.
don't like that at all.
Monopoly
really-
for millennials.
Stop! I hate it.
Oh, this is rad as fuck.
Oh,
Right?
dude, his iPhone's old as shit. It doesn't even have a dongle.
Also, the camera dot is like oddly not in the corner, but not in the center.
Yeah, what's
Like,
that
it's
about?
Really weird.
Wait, the camera dot?
For the phone.
Like on the
phone.
back of the phone.
This was a
I
Monopoly
didn't even
branded
look at that.
phone.
Duh.
Yeah, he's not even Team iPhone. What the fuck?
I hate
It's
this. We're moving on.
Yep. That's what everyone. I love it so much.
Gotta close this out. I'm gonna take y'all home
I am home.
with a game that I have discovered through my various reviews of games. I went through a long list of games and I thought long and hard about all of them, and I hit you with the reviews that hit the hardest, and this is a game that when I started looking at it, I thought, simple game for children. What could go wrong? And I realized that this may be the deepest, darkest game of all time. So I'm going to hit you with my final review of the evening, my final synopsis. Chutes and Ladders. A
Oh,
game
shit.
of pure chance, fueled by adrenaline, luck, and blinding rage. A game that you cannot play. Rather, the game plays you. The only real player is the dice. The players merely adhere to its will, rise and fall as the dice allow and the board commands. You can only attain victory if fate is on your side. The outcome of the game is predetermined by the universe from the very beginning. You are merely vessels, allowing the game to play out as the universe wills it. There is nothing you can do to change your predestined results. We are all merely pawns in a larger game. Numbers and chance are man-made construct, giving us mere comprehension of the universal wills that we cannot grasp any remote control over. There is nothing you can do to change the outcome of the game that is yet to be played. None of us are truly in control. Our paths have already been etched into the fabric of time. We are eternal slaves to the paths that have already been laid out before us. We all share the same fate in the end, but only one will achieve victory. Chutes and Ladders, embrace the chaos, boys. Have fun sleeping tonight. Chutes and Ladders, man.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That was so fucking woke.
My psyche is destroyed.
The name of this
You'll be thinking
podcast.
about that in the shower and while you sleep for the next week.
Did you watch like a conspiracy theory video on Chutes and Ladders?
No, I looked at the game objectively, and that is what it is. And I am here to
Just
educate
terrible.
the populace on,
I can't even like be mad about that.
Yeah.
It's all true.
It's you can't argue with it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Predestined fate.
So I hope that I've educated you boys
God damn.
on the fact that Chutes and Ladders is the darkest game of all, and you can't really play it.
No,
Yeah,
not after that. You ruined it for me.
I need to play some non-exclusive checkers to get that out of my mind.
Some non-denominational checkers.
Wow. Well,
I need some stoperation in my life.
Oh,
This has
And
been.
play some of Kyle's life games.
Let's go.
I know.
I'll bring my truckload of life games over and we'll get to
God.
work.
Jesus Christ.
Unload your truck full of child pegs and just pile them on the floor.
Ew,
when we get
don't say
started.
that.
That's not what Well then.
That's what they are. Or they can be your wife pegs. They're all the same. Just depends on what
Oh,
seat you
great.
put them in.
Thanks for watching and listening.
Yeah. So this has been a wild ride, folks.
This is
I hope we
awesome.
all learned something today. So yeah, this has been the Tippity Top Podcast, Top 5 Board Games Edition. Hope you like what you heard. If you did, tap that little like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this every so often. And also let us know in the comments whose list you agree with the most and what your personal favorite board games are, for serious or for fuckery. Whatever you're feeling. And we will see you next time on the Tippity Top Podcast. Catch you later.